today we are going to start standing. And have a chair, like a pretty steady chair close by if needed to hold on to. So of course, let's start with just some shoulder rolls back just to loosen up and that upper body and kind of warm up those muscles a little bit. Let's reach those arms up to the sky and stretch, do a little climbing, the rope ladder up, stretching. Feel that nice lengthen through the body. Feels good. If we've been sitting for a little while, stretch it out. Push those hands up and then we'll bring them all the way back out. So holding on if needed or hands on those hips. Let's warm up those feet a little bit. So working to reconnect that brain all the way down to those feet. We'll alternate lifting those heels. So imagine separating those toes as wide as possible in those shoes and really feel that stretch underneath the arch, underneath those toes. Be aware of that core and posture as well. So holding if needed or hands to hips. We're going to now ground that left foot and just circle the left ankle all the way around. Get those feet and ankles nice and ready for some balancing back the other way. We've got a good functional class ahead, so got to make sure those ankles are nice and loose. And then we'll ground it, switching sides all the way around. Get that nice circle with the heel. And then back the other way, all the way around. And then we'll ground those feet, bring the hands to the thighs. Let's circle those knees around. Just warming up a little bit more now around the calf. Check in again with those toes. Make sure they're fanned out really wide to help with balance. Circling back the other way. Check in with that core. Make sure it's pulled in tight. And then we'll go into those hips and circle around like we're standing on a clock. We want to circle all the way around that clock. Warming up that core. It's so important for balance. We want to keep it strong. Circle back the other way. All the way around. And then we'll hold those hips still, soft in the knees, and half circling that torso. So you want to use that belly to pull around and feel that stretch, making sure that torso is nice and strong, but also mobile for balance and function, always. And then we'll hold it center here. Let's bring the hands to shoulders. And just looking to the right and left. So getting a little more range of motion in that spine. Little turn, little twist. Keep the core strong and really lift the chest and elbows. So you want to feel even a little stretch in those shoulders. Rotate a couple more times on each side. And then we'll hold it. Center those elbows are still high, soft in the knees though. We want to take that left elbow up. And then the right elbow up. So those feet, let's begin to bring them a little closer together. So if you're standing pretty wide here, let's begin to narrow that base of support and challenge the balance a little bit more now. And then we'll take the arms and reach the arms up here. So we're just lengthening a little bit more, feeling that nice lateral stretch down the torso. And last one. We'll keep those arms out at a T and then rotating with that longer lever here. So rotating to the left and right. Warming up that torso, that'll help so much with our balance. Rotating left and right, feel those core muscles engage. Check in again with those feet. Make sure those toes are still fanning nice and wide. We want good base of support there. And then back to center. Let's reach those arms up, big breath, and out. Now holding onto that chair, we're gonna take the leg that's on the inside. We're gonna bring it up to a knee and then take it back. So as we take the foot back, let's point the toes. And then as we come up, let's pull the toes up. So we're strengthening in the front of the shin, and then when we point back, we're getting into the calf and the whole back of that hip. So we'll come up with the flex and back with the toe. strengthening that supporting leg, but also the hip flexibility, strength, all the way down that leg on the right side, the side that's moving. So if we want more challenge, we can do one arm up and back. Don't forget to flex and point the feet while we're multitasking here. Or we can even do up with both arms and back. Up and back. Bring it up and back. Don't forget to flex that foot and point it back. Flex now as the foot comes back. Try not to bring the whole body forward. Stay really tall so we're getting in the hips as well. Flex and point. Again, we can do it holding. That way we work those muscles a little bit more and a little less focus on balance. Last two, and point, and one, point. Now we're going to keep the leg that was just moving back. So we're kind of holding in a lunge here. So for some, just holding this position will be enough for balance. So we want the back heel lifted, so we get a nice stretch in that back foot. Front foot is grounded. When we come down, we want to make sure the knee's not going over the toes. So we want to be back a little bit further so that knee can go right over the ankle here. So option one is to just work on this lunge down and up. Or we can come down, sliding the hands down the shin, and then coming back up, squeeze it. Coming down, sliding down maybe a little further, up, squeeze it. So make a tight fist, squeeze. Open the hands, slide them down. Close the hands, tight fist, pull back. So again, those options here, just straight up and down, feeling that strength and stretch, or adding the slide. Pulling back and slide. Pulling back, really squeeze the back, open the chest. Slide and up. Two more. Slide and squeeze. One more slide and squeeze. Now we're holding. Let's take the leg that's in back right in front. So now we're in tandem feet. We'll shift the weight to the back foot and then shift the weight to the front foot. And let's just rock it heel to toe here. Heel to toe. Just to feel those feet stretch out. We can even do a bicep to tricep with those arms. So lifting the toes, lifting the heel. Shoulders are back. Breathe in. Really feel the rocking motion. Feel the arch in the foot. Keep that nice strength and mobility in those feet. And then we'll plant both feet. So just stay in tandem, holding as we rotate. So once we rotate, look over the shoulder and then pull it back, look over the shoulder. So reach it, open hands, stretch, and then pull it back. Check in with those toes. Make sure they're open wide and not scrunched up in those shoes. Really fan those toes. Pull the arm. Reach and stretch. Now there's always the option to make it a little bit more challenging if we want to take the hand off. Open, reach across, pull back. Open, reach across, pull back. But we're going to do the other side, so don't worry if you're holding on. We'll do the other side as well. Reach and pull, reach. Last one, reach and pull, reach and pull. And relax. We'll bring those feet together. Take a giant breath up. Wiggle those fingers and circle the wrists all the way down. We don't want to ignore those hands when we're working on our balance. Let's switch sides here. So on the other side, we're grounding the outside leg as we bring the inside, the one right next to that chair, up. So flex the foot and then point the toes back. So we want to feel the glutes in the back of the hip while we stretch in front. Heel is up and toes are back. Heel is up, nice flex. Feel that shin and calf working all the way up through the hip and through the back of the hip. We can add the arm as well. Reaching up, flex, taking back point, and up, flex, back point. So once we get that coordination with the movement, really feel strong on that supported leg, push. We can add the other arm and push. Now each side is going to feel a lot different. One side will be easier, probably one side a little more challenging. So take it at your own pace. Stay connected if that feels better. To work and challenge that balance and strength. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, flex foot and pointed and up. One more. And then we'll take it back. Let's stay in that lunge now. So holding our lunge, this can be step one, just holding it here. Building strength and flexibility and balance. Or we slide it down. We want to bend those knees, not just rounding the back. And then as we come up, squeeze the back. Maybe even straightening that front leg a little bit more. Coming down, bending the knees, sliding down. We're hinging at those hips. Maybe a little further. As we come up, squeeze the back. Maybe even straightening that knee a little bit more in front. Sliding down. Coming up. Good, sliding down. And coming back up. Squeezing the back. Fabulous, down. And up, squeeze it. Two more. Slide it. Up, squeeze. One more just for fun. Up, squeeze, great. So now holding on, we're gonna take the leg that's in back all the way to the front for tandem. We're rocking to the toes behind and the toes up in front. So rocking it heel to toe here. Core is strong. Feel that weight shifting back and forward. Shifting back and forward. Really opening up those toes. Make sure they're not gripping really tight in there. Feel that stretch. And we can add now, if it feels okay, to add those biceps and triceps. So we just get a little more strength and length. So we don't forget about those arms and hands while we're so focused on that balance. Lifting heels and toes just a couple more times. And up. And great. Let's bring, well, the feet are gonna stay grounded. We're holding on. As we push across, let's look and then pull it like we're pulling something heavy back. Look over the shoulder. Open, stretch, feel that length across the hip and waist. Through those fingertips, stretch across and pull it back. Be aware of those feet, make sure those toes are open. Equal pressure on both feet. Now we can alternate if that feels okay. To pull, release from the chair, reach across and pull. Reach across, open hand and pull. We don't want to forget about those hands and fingers. Stretch them, make a fist. Let's stretch it and fist. Reach by adding that positional change or changing in the head and sight. We're really challenging that balance too versus just focusing on one spot on the floor. Looking left and right. Oh, one more. Great. And center. Relax down. Bring those feet together. Take a giant breath up. And circle the wrist. And then one more time up. And circle all the way down. And then we'll go ahead and bring the chair just slightly in front front of us. So it's there if we need it, but kind of out of the way. So we're going to do a step to the side, add a squat, and then come back in. So if we have the chair there, we can use it, toes, and then squat. So we're just gonna stay on one side for right now. Squat down, we can use that chair, squat, or we can bring the knee up a little bit higher and use those arms up, feel the stretch, and then take them down with the squat. Bring them up to balance. So lots of modifications here. We can stay connected. We can lift the knee. Good. Or we can use those arms too. Out and up. Good. Out and up. Now it's really going to challenge that lateral pull. So stay straight up. Use those obliques and that whole abdominal wall and those back muscles. That whole torso is working together to help balance. Last two. And up. And one. And up. Relax. So we'll move that chair just to the other side. So it's there if we need it. Squat out. Come in together. Out, squat. In together. Squat. Great. We can add that lift with the foot. And no holding squat. Together. Arms can come out and up. Bring them out with a tap. So lots of different moves here. We can bring it all the way up and down. All the way up. Don't forget to breathe while we're really focusing on these challenging balancing exercises. We want to remember to breathe out and up. Amazing from what I can see out there. Good job. 4 and up. 3 up. 2 up. Last one. And up. And relax. Roll those shoulders back. Take a breather. Let's do a little backstroke with those arms now. All the way back. Nice opening in the chest. And great. From here, push both hands up and out. So now we're going to stay standing with those feet together or in tandem. So tandem might be a little tricky with those hands. We're going to keep those arms straight out. So we can always keep the feet here or tandem. We're going to take the arm across and rotate looking to the side and then bring it right back out to center. So we want to rotate, bringing those hands together and then back to center. So do what feels best, feet side by side. We're still working on balance when those feet are connected. We've narrowed that base of support. And then we're rotating and working a little bit more on function and mobility in that torso. Of course, when we change the position of the head, that makes balance a lot more challenging. Breathe in. And one more each side. Breathe in. Now we'll relax down and switch feet if we are in tandem, or just keep those feet side by side. Rolling shoulders back, we'll do a quick posture check so that chin is in. Arms are straight out again in that T. Let's rotate and open. Now in tandem, it's usually that back foot that gets a little bit more of the support. So if that's the more dominant leg, it'll feel a little bit easier when it's behind. Inhale, open, and across. Inhale, keep those feet side by side and just work on that mobility with a modified balance. Good, last one. Open. And relax. Roll the shoulders back and then we'll bring the hands just to that waist and just do a quick standing stretch for those shoulders and the front side of that body. Nice lift in the chest. And great. So now we'll move the chair. And we're going to come right in front of it and have a quick seat. But you know this doesn't last long. Make sure that chair is nice and sturdy, doesn't have rollers on it. We want a nice firm seat. And then our feet are grounded. So check in with those feet again. Make sure that the toes are open wide and we really feel those heels as we lift the heels and press them back down to the floor. This brings just some awareness back down to those feet. So lift those heels, alternating. And feel that movement and that energy in those feet and ankles. Sitting tall. Here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we'll take the toes and tap, 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 tap together. So really try to make some noise so I can hear you. Tap, 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 tap. Core is strong. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. That's a good one for proprioception, but also to strengthen in those shins. So now we're going to turn the toes out and touch the toes together in front. So bring them out, touch the toes in. Take them out, touch them in, and then look straight ahead. So we really work on proprioception, getting a sense of where those feet are and that they're touching when they come in without looking. So you want to feel it and not see it. Out, in, out, in. Get a sense of where those feet are without looking. 5, in, 4, core is strong. 3, 2, 1, and center. Now we're grounded in those feet. We're going to push all the way up to the sky and then come down just above the chair and then pop right back up. So try to touch the chair, but then pop right out of it. So come as low as possible and pop back up. Come down, pop. We want that power. So just as fast as we can comfortably bring it back up. Slow down. Reach it up. Just above that seat. Good range of motion. No kaplops into that chair. Down, tap, reach up. Down, tap, reach up. 3 more. And up. 2. And up. 1. Up. And then we'll have a seat all the way down. Rolling the shoulders back and arms come out. We're doing a little lateral reach side to side. Reach it. We want to get around that waist as well. Feel that nice stretch. Reach, reach. For 5, 4, 3, 2. Now hold it. Center, lift that right leg and continue the reaching. Feel how much more that core needs to work when we only have one leg supporting. Reach, reach. 2. 1, switching sides, reach, reach. Now be careful on this one, don't overreach. Just reach as far as possible. Feel that core. And lengthen. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Roll the shoulders back a couple of times, nice big circles. And then we're going to take a big breath in as we do. Let's come out of that chair all the way up. And then we're going to squat and then come up and squat and up. Good. Squat and up. Squat and up. 2 more. Squat. And up. Squat. Up. One more each side. Squat. And up. And now the arms are going to come down and we're going to walk heel to toe into the screen. Core is strong. Shoulders are back. Stay nice and level. Coming all the way up in front. And then we'll take it back heel to toe. Watch out for anything behind you. Watch out for that chair. 2 and 1. And we'll hold it here. Now we're going to tap out, in, tap out, in, tap out, in. Just one more with some fancy feet here. Warming up those arms a little bit more. Tap, tap, tap. Maybe a little faster. Tap, tap, tap. Even some jumping jacks maybe. Out and in. Now that we're nice and warm. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Big breath up. Exhale out. Big breath up. And out. Hands back to those hips, alternating those heels. Really pressing those toes down. Good. That nice stretch in those feet. And circling the ankle. Back around, so we're kind of coming back full circle. No pun intended, to how we started. And switching feet. Hopefully those feet feel a little bit more connected to the body. Circle back the other way. A little looser. A little more sensation. A little more strength. Mobility. We'll flatten those feet down. Take a giant breath up. Exhale. One more lateral stretch. We'll hold it this time. So stretch up to the sky. Feel that nice side stretch. And then we'll bring both arms up. Long body. Switch sides. Planting those feet and reaching through those fingers. And center. Let's interlace those fingers. Pushing the palms away. Let's soften our knees a little bit and round the spine. Drop the chin toward the chest. Just to feel that nice stretch across the upper back. Between those shoulder blades. Breathe in and up. Stretch those arms all the way up. Circle, release those wrists down. And one more time up. Big breath. And out. That was great. Hopefully you're warmed up. Got your balance in. Ready for